Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Tuning in Autofocus. It's me, Louis Yo. You guys might be wondering where Larry's at. Well, he's actually on another job, so I'm covering for him for this one. I'm actually out in the middle of a frozen lake in Wisconsin. Middle of winter, I think it's about 10 degrees right now. We're shooting this beautiful car right here. Now, if this looks familiar, you guys would be right. It looks very similar to the car we've featured before. You guys remember a few months back, Larry and Will Rogie actually featured the Willys Safari built by Kelly Moss Road and Race. So this car is also built by them. Now we have Andy from Kelly Moss here. Hey Andy, how are you?
All right.
So tell us a little bit about this car. It's a little different from the Willys Safari, right?
It is. A little bit more plush. Same basic driveline in it, but you know, the interior finishings are much nicer. It's got electric cruise control, electric AC. It spent its time in Texas, so yeah, pretty excited about how this one turned out.
So this is a more comfortable version of the Willys Safari, right? It's slightly more plush, it's a little nicer, it's not as raw as the Willy car, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, the owner's whole desire is to, you know, have it be his daily driver, you know, commute to and from work, in and out of traffic. So, you know, having cruise control, having, you know, air conditioning, it's got cooled seats in it. You know, Austin, Texas is pretty hot. I mean, there's, you know, over 100 days a year where it's over 100 degrees.
It's crazy because this is actually the ultimate daily driver. I mean, it can handle literally any condition at this point, right? You can drive it anywhere, at any time, at any given moment. So it's pretty much, I mean, this is exactly what someone would be looking for. Plus, you know, the extra rally bits here and there. Yep. So what kind of motor do you have in here?
It's a 3.4 liter that we built in Kelly Moss. It's got a modern fuel injection system on it. It's all throttle by wire, so it starts really nice, it runs really nice. It allows us to add the push button cruise control function to it, you know, which is not common on a car in this era.
Cruise control, and you wouldn't even think about having that. I mean, I don't even have cruise control in my Subaru, and that's like a 2005 spec car. So this is pretty gnarly, I'm not gonna lie. So on the outside, at least, the wheels and tires actually look a lot smaller than on the Willys, right? So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, they're a little smaller, but you know, the same braid wheels. You know, in the Fuchs replica, BFG tires. Just they work so well in you know, in this application on these tires.
So is that more for like a comfort's sake, or?
It really is. I mean, they're a good all-purpose tire. I mean, we've been using it out here on the snow and ice, and you know, works really well in the dirt and the mud. You know, the edge of the tire is really good and strong, so you know, when you're working it works good. It's an LT tire, so you know, it's a little stiffer sidewall and works really well. So even at, you know, 75, 80 miles an hour on the interstate, it still, you know, handles really well. Yeah. X-Tex suspension is what we're running on it. They've been doing custom damper stores for a few years now. It's about 9 inches of suspension travel in the front, about 7 in the rear. Boxster brakes, you know, some modern brakes that, you know, work really awesome on it. So yeah, it's a really proven driveline that we've done the last several builds, and it just works really well.
Have you done anything to the bodywork?
The tire, yeah, the whole thing has been stripped down to bare metal, and, you know, essentially brought back from there. It's an all metal car, other than the roof is carbon Kevlar. But yeah, the rest of it, we've had our hands on everything.
It's gnarly. It's like you spend so much time to make it look as close to stock as possible, but like period correct.
Yeah, for sure. You know, to me, the Porsche doesn't need any help with making pretty body lines. I mean, they crushed it from the get-go, and it's just such an iconic shape that, you know, we definitely wanted to make it, you know, more tactical in function, but try to keep the Porsche styling, because I think they crushed it.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a classic look. You know, like why fix it when it's perfect, right?
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Tell me a little bit about the interior. This looks very, very different from lot of the other builds I've seen that you guys have done.
So the interior on this car is actually it's pretty cool, pretty special to me. This is the first custom interior that we've actually done at Kelly Moss since we've now brought that entire department inside. So this is a really fun car. The client has turned out to be a great friend of mine, Mike. He's from Austin, Texas, big UT fan. So a lot of Longhorn tributes on this car. It's got distressed saddle leather. The tartan are the UT colors, and some burnt orange kind of infused in there. The Recaro seats are really plush and comfortable. They're set up for using harnesses.
Cool. That's pretty amazing. It's like personalized exactly to how the owner Mike wanted it. It's pretty gnarly.
We added the AC cooled seat function to it, which for in Texas being as hot as it is, it's a pretty nice added feature.
Definitely not needed here, but
no, the video is not capturing the fact that it's like 5 degrees below zero. It's freezing out here.
And that the extra wind chill. You guys don't feel it because you guys aren't here, but the wind chill, it's only like a 5-mile-an-hour wind, but it's destroying us. It's really destroying us right now. Let's move over to the front.
Yeah, for sure.
So before you pot this, I'm really digging these light pods that you guys are running right here. It's so it reminds me of the that Rothmans 959 that the Porsche works team used to run. It's insane.
This is actually a piece that we prototyped at Kelly Moss. Built a buck for it, and now we've done several of these now, and we're starting to sell them. They're all made out of carbon. So
it's the same one that you guys put on the original Vici car, right?
Correct. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. That was the first one that we did, and from there we started producing it.
That's awesome. Now let's run through this front. I like this like leather rundown right here. It's really nice.
Yeah, that actually that covers up all the electric AC that's on this car, which is also another nice function for Texas, but not here today.
Yeah.
Fuel cell cover. Kind of a funny story. If you're on the Kelly Moss Instagram, I think we had 22 or 23 different iterations of trying to create the Texas Longhorn brand from the fuel cell. Trying to brand something that's dead is apparently much harder than something that's alive.
Well, Andy, thank you so much for showing us this Texas-inspired 911 build that you guys have. So later today, we'll actually be thrashing this thing around. I won't personally. I'm actually a terrible driver, but the professionals around at Kelly Moss will be driving this thing around, and hopefully we'll get it nice and sideways and take some really cool photos. But Andy, thank you so much for showing us around. And
sure. Thanks for making the trip from warm California. And making it here.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, for sure.
That was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.